In addition to the Phantom of the Opera entrance at my bar mitzvah, I also had other things that were very entertaining for our guests. One of them included having a couple of ball players come to my bar mitzvah. So I had a baseball player, Doc Gooden, who was a pitcher for the Yankees. He came and he greeted the guests. He had signed balls for everyone, and he was taller than everyone, all of our guests. And he came and he sat down in the chair. We had hundreds of baseballs out on a table. And in addition to signing, we also had a blow-up pitching machine, a very big one that was blown up, and it had a speed contraption where you throw the ball at the pitching machine and it showed you how fast the ball was going. I remember when I was younger, I was a sidearm pitcher, which means that I kind of had like a little bit of a side aspect of throwing the baseball as opposed to like overhand, which I don't know if that was the healthiest thing as a little leaguer, but I don't know, it was just like my thing. I always threw sidearm. So I remember that the photographer captured this really great photo where after I was winding up throwing the ball, and bam, I hit the speed, and I was probably throwing like maybe 35 to 40 miles per hour. So I had all my friends, right, looking at the pitching machine, seeing how fast I threw the ball, right? And I had Doc Gooden. He was not looking at the machine. He was looking at me. And that's a true baseball player. He was looking at the way that I was winding up and the way that I was throwing as a coach, right? As a mentor. You want to be looking at the person, not necessarily the ball or how fast you threw it. You want to look at the technique. You want to look at the formation of how the ball was thrown. You need to walk before you run. So that's a life lesson. Life is not about a sprint, a little bit of a walk. In addition to Doc Gooden, I also had the famous Walt Clyde Frazier of the Knicks also there as well. And we had a basketball machine where we threw balls into the basketball hoop. And he was talking also, 6'5", maybe even taller. He had his really snazzy outfit on. He's known for that, wearing really cool suits. And I still remember also, he was looking at the way that I was throwing the ball. He didn't necessarily see that I got the ball in. The little steps, the little things that matter. How did I throw the basketball? Where was I positioning my hands? And then, as a result, okay, great, the formation is wonderful. Now try to get it in. So it's interesting looking at two professional athletes, both having the same idea, looking at me and not looking at the machine, not looking at the basketball hoop, not looking at where the ball went. So that's a life lesson. You want to look at the small things in life and then eventually look at the bigger picture as a result of the small things.